What's going on, everybody? It's JB Claret here, and this is the Premier League review. Of course, there was, as well as the Burnley v Bastards game yesterday, there was a lot of key Premier League games, including another derby that was taking place simultaneously at White Hart Lane. We'll come to that in a bit, but I want to start with the upset that's happening at St James's Park right now. Newcastle were beaten at home by Bournemouth yesterday, and I've got to agree with the Newcastle fans. Really, they were lovely. They're the best set of supporters in football. You know, when you ever think of Newcastle United, you think of their loyal supporters through thick and thin. They follow. I think they follow their team everywhere. Even when the good times are there or the bad times are there, like they obviously going through right now with the latter, and it's sad to see a club like Newcastle struggle right now, because they should be a lot higher than what they are, and the fans know it as well. But I do agree with them on certain issues, including firstly the manager, Steve McLaren. I don't think he was the right choice for Newcastle. I'll be totally honest. He has not instilled any fight or any desire into the players, who, I've got to say, apart from probably John Joe Shelby, he needs to take a good look in the mirror, because for what I saw, and I only saw an 8-minute snippet of highlights, but what I saw of him yesterday, and a lot of Newcastle fans have said this on their own blogs, that that they were abject, no fight, no heart, no effort, substandard defending under 3 Bournemouth goals. That I can concur with. Steve McLaren, to me, looks a man out of his depth. Newcastle fans, I really do. Also, I'm going to give a little bit of credit to Bournemouth. I think they'll be all right now. I think they'll stay up, Bournemouth fans. Eddie Howe, ex-Claret's manager, doing a fantastic job again on the South Coast. Let us know, Bournemouth fans, what you think of the season so far, and Newcastle fans likewise. Do you think McLaren should go? I think he should go. I think he's done you a disservice. I think he's just as bad as what John Carver was last season for you. You know, so you've got my utmost sympathies, Newcastle fans. You deserve a lot better. I remember a time when Newcastle used to play very attractive football under Kevin Keegan when I was a young teenager, and they were like my second team. You know what I mean? You know, just because the way they played the game, and you know, you should have won a trophy then in those days, really, as well. You know, I think if Keegan had stayed all those years ago, I think you'd have won something by now. Let us know what you Newcastle fans think. I think McLaren is a dead man walking. Do you agree, or do you think McLaren should get another few games? Let me know in the comments below. Also, Bournemouth fans, what have you made of your season so far? Well, again, like we said, let me know in the comments below. Now then, to the title race and the North London derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Now this was built up as one of the most eagerly anticipated North London derbies for many years, possibly of all time. And from what I saw, again, I've only watched highlights because it clashed with the other derby in the Championship, Burnley-Blackburn, obviously. But from what I saw, it was a cracking game of football. Plenty of controversy. Arsenal went 1-up for a glorious backheel by Aaron Ramsey. They went in the break 1-0 up, and then they have a man sent off. I can't remember who got sent off. I'm sure you Arsenal fans will twig my memory. It's just been such. But Arsenal lose a man, and then I think it was with 2 yellows. I'm trying to think who it was now. I can't remember off the top of my head. It might have been Per Mertesacker, I don't know. I might be wrong, actually. I might be wrong. But if I do stand corrected, Arsenal fans, please correct me in the comments below if I've got that wrong. I can't remember, so please, please just bear with me, Anyway, Spurs took advantage. They could have scored, but the goal line technology denied him, and it was close. It was an inch away from going over the line. Spurs should have levelled, but then they equalised through Alderweireld, fantastic finishing in the sweeps it into the corner, and you think then Spurs are going to go out there, they're in the ascendancy, they're going to do it, and then Harry Kane gets possession to the left of the penalty box, cuts in and he hits this screamer that goes into the top corner past Ospina, and it was a glorious goal, and you think Spurs are going to win it. But to be fair, to credit to Arsenal, they came back, and Alexis Sanchez, he hasn't really shown his class enough this season, but he showed it there, and I thought that was a fantastic finish. 2-2. I think about right in the context of the derby, but if I've got the wrong man sent off, if I've got the man that got sent off, if you correct me who it was, I can't remember who it was now who got sent off. So if I've guessed wrong, I am sorry, Arsenal fans, for that. So that game ended 2-2, and as a derby match, it didn't disappoint either. And then, well, it gave Leicester in the late game a real opportunity to put the lead to 5 points if they beat Watford. Now, Watford have had a good season under Kiko Sanchez Flores. They've really they've been partly a breath of fresh air of the Premiership, but so too have Leicester this season. They have been a revelation under Ranieri, and they should, and they absolutely done it again. That Riyad Mahrez, him and Vardy should be joint player of the year as far as I'm concerned, players of the year, because them two have set the Premier League on fire. It wasn't a great game. Leicester had to ride their luck a little bit, but who could blame them at the moment? They deserve everything that's going right now. And the Mahrez strike, it was a perfect strike. On the outside of the box, it was a poor clearance by the Watford defender. It came out to Mahrez, and he unleashed this unstoppable shot, and it just flew in past Gomez. It was one of the goals. It could be the most crucial goals of the title race. They've got a favourable fixture list. I really do hope, for football's sake, and I know a lot of people now are jumping on the bandwagon, and I've been trying to convince my brother that Leicester are the team to beat, and I think they'll win the Championship. I do think Leicester can win the Premier League now. They have got the most consistent side as hell. They've only lost, I think, 2 games all season in the Premier League with all these big teams in there. That is a real achievement. Let me know, Leicester fans, can you win the Premier League title? Let me know in the comments below if your side, and you're a bloody good side as well. I've enjoyed watching you on the TV. Can you win the Premier League? Can you win the Premier League? I hope to God you do. It wouldn't be just a win for you, it'd be a win for football. And it shows that a team that can spend next to nothing like you and like you guys can try up over big teams like Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, all these type of teams who spend tens of millions of pounds each year, tens of hundreds of millions of pounds on players each year. All these teams, I've mentioned Chelsea. It would be great to see a team like Leicester upset the odds, and I hope you do. Now, I've got my fingers, toes and legs crossed for you now that you win the Premier League. Let me know if you can go all the way in the comments below. Everton, well, what can I say about that Everton West Ham game? West Ham are having a truly magnificent season. 1 point off the top 4, but they rolled their luck a bit at Everton yesterday, and Everton, I've seen the sending off of Morales. Now, the first yellow card, Alan Shearer said at Match of the Day, he felt he dived. I thought he was clipped. I disagree with Alan Shearer, and it's not just because he used to play for Bastards. Okay, I've never liked him as a pundit anyway, Match of the Day. I thought Morales was taken out, but the second yellow card he got was a foul, but the first one I think he's up for debate. Romelu Lukaku, good form, scored the first one. Then in the second half, even with Everton reduced to 10 men, they doubled the lead through Aaron Lennon. Good move again, Lukaku linking up play well, laying in Lennon, and he finished past Adrian. Then Everton had a penalty to make it 3. Now this is where there should have been more controversy here, because when Lukaku takes the penalty, when the ball's been struck, Adrian is about 3.5 yards off his line, and I think the penalty should have been retaken. I don't know what you thought about that incident, Everton fans who were sat who probably saw that clearly at the Gladys Street end behind where the penalty was taken. I swear to God, Adrian was nearly 3 yards off his line. What do you Everton fans think? Let me know in the comments below. But West Ham equally, what a comeback. 3 goals in the last 12 minutes, Payet with getting the winning goal. It was a total turnaround. That penalty miss proved very, very costly for Everton. Can West Ham get into Europe? West Ham fans, I'd like to know, can you get into the Champions League? Be a good little prize for you to move into that Olympic Stadium in the summer, wouldn't it? Let me know in the comments below. Manchester City fans, can you still win the title? Pellegrini, your manager Pellegrini said he needs 9 wins. Well, he got 1 yesterday. Easily 4-0 against Aston Villa. It was annihilation. Even at 0-0 after 50 odd minutes, you were totally, absolutely tonking Villa. And Aston Villa, I'm sorry to say this, but your club's been run poorly. You know yourselves. It's like Newcastle, isn't it? You like Newcastle, a big club. You've been run to the ground by some bad owners. I mean, Mike Ashley's a bad owner at Newcastle, and Randy Lerner's just as bad at Aston Villa at the moment. Poor Remy Gard's got his hands tied. I don't blame the manager at the moment. He's only picking what he can pick, and at the moment the team aren't performing for you, are they? And I feel so bad because Villa are a great club. You've won the European Cup all these years ago. You've got a fantastic history, and Randy Lerner's abusing that. And I do feel sorry for the Villa fans. Let me know what both can Manchester City fans, can you not win the title? And what for Aston Villa now, Villa fans? Do you think your team has had it, or can you still do it, or could you still do a Leicester and get out of trouble? Let me know in the comments below. Chelsea and Stoke finished 1-1. Those two teams I think will finish mid-table. It was a good game though. Very enjoyable. Swansea beat Norwich by 1-0. They're doing the trick. They're doing the business now. Swansea. They're getting out of trouble, and are doing fantastically well at this precise moment in time. And it's good to know, really. And Sunderland, I've got to feel a little bit of sympathy for them. They've absolutely played well. Southampton down to 10 men. They came, Defoe last 5 minutes came so close to winning it there. Great finish by Defoe. He's been doing that for years, but he's with the likes of West Ham, Portsmouth, Tottenham, now Sunderland. He's a predatory instinct. But and the very last kick, Southampton, Virgil van Dijk with a glorious finish that strike that the likes of Sergio Aguero or Lionel Messi would have been proud of. It was a gorgeous finish into the net. Vito Manoni had absolutely no chance, but it's a point game for Sunderland. Can you team get out, Sunderland fans, out of trouble again? Is Big Sam the man for you? Let me know in the comments below. And can Southampton get a top 10 finish? I like Southampton. They've got Jay Rodriguez, barely born and bred in the team. Can you finish in the top 10 and build on another pretty solid season and have a much better season next year? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. As regards the Belly Career Mode vote, there are 2 outright leaders at the moment, Newcastle and Leicester. You've got 3 more hours to vote, and then at 6 o'clock I will announce the result. Okay. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe to JB Claret's channel, please do. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the address is at Stutzy83. All the details will be on. I'll put all the details on the screen during the video, at some point during the video, at the end. But thank you very much for watching. This has been the Premier League review. No nonsense, no holds barred. If you want, I'm happy for you to leave comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good day. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Take care.